and a very good evening to all the students who gave the CDS exam today. And today, let us discuss about the English paper and let us analyze the English paper and let us find out how was the paper and try to do what were the questions which were difficult, which were the parts which were quite easy, and what are the solutions to some of the questions which were done. Now, as far as the whole paper is concerned, out of the questions, majority of the questions were quite simple and the vocabulary was for quite a common man who had not even learned any of the words, etc. Now, there were many questions which had already been done in the class, and out of these, one of the questions which I did again and again as far as idiom and phrases was that we had talked about a paper tiger. Now, what is a paper tiger that we are talking about? Now, paper tiger, as the name itself suggests, we are talking about somebody who's quite powerful. But since we are referring to the paper, we know that something that looks to be appearing to be very intellectual, very ineffectual, but in actual terms, it is not at all effective. So this was one question which was quite easy. Another question which was quite easy was about a turncoat. Now, according to you, what does a turncoat mean? Now, as far as a turncoat is there, now what does it mean? It means turning someone who deserts one group to join another. Now, if I discuss another question as far as idioms and phrases is concerned, that is penny wise and pound foolish. Now, this we've been hearing it since ages, and this is very simple even if you don't know the meaning of the word. Now, it says penny wise and pound foolish means careful about small amounts but careless about large amounts. So, this is the answer that we are referring to. Now, let us move on further and let us see further some questions. Now, the next question was at the drop of a hat. We keep on using it in our spoken English questions and we also talk about it in our daily life. Now, at the drop of a hat, like we said, means suddenly and without much thought. Now, if I come to the ordering of sentences, now, ordering of sentences was one part which would have been a little trickier, like we've already discussed it in the class, and this would require a little bit of understanding and as to what sentence is going to come after what part. Now, if we move on further with the further questions, then we have antonyms which were very simple in nature, and anybody who has a habit of reading or anybody who's attended regular classes would be very clear with it as far as antonyms like particular, paunchy, originates, hilarious, pandemonium, accused, despair, etc. are there. The sentence itself makes it quite clear. For example, if I talk about the question number 24, the film I saw was hilarious. Now, we all know hilarious means something which is quite funny. So, the answer to this antonym would be not tragic, not uproarious or jovial, but the answer would be serious. Now, let us move on further and see what else we have. Now, as far as parts of speech were concerned, now, if you had attended the classes regularly and we've discussed parts of speech in our classes, you would have found the answers very clearly. Let's quickly move around them quickly and move around. They wandered around aimlessly. Now, is it a verb? Is it an adjective? Is it an intensifier or is it a noun? Now, you know very quickly what is the role of a noun. Either it is a subject or an object, so it is not a noun. Now, it is not a verb also because the verb here is wandered. Now, is it an adjective or is it an intensifier? Since it is talking about aimlessly, then we are talking about it as an adjective. We went away after they had left. Now, if you see clearly here, they had left and we went away. This is joining two sentences. So clearly the answer is conjunction. Now, public culture is associated with extremely new civil societies. Now, this sentence has two words underlined with it, which is extremely and new. Now, if you look at the sentence, this is not a clause because it's talking about a noun clause. So what is it doing? It is intensifying about civil societies. So the answer is going to be intensifier. Now, if I go back here to question number 34, you are paying less attention to your studies these days. Adverb, adjective, intensifier, or noun. Now, if you know attention is a noun, so obviously it's not a noun, it is an adjective. Why? Is it really Sudhata on the phone? Now, when you are in for a surprise and there is no exclamation mark, so the answer cannot be interjection. It cannot be an adjective because it's a question word here. So the answer is going to be an intensifier again, which is intensifying what you are trying to say. So these were the questions. Now, if you go to question number 40, the cat loves comfort. Now, everybody knows a and the are articles and the is the definite article. So the is the definite article that we are talking about. Question number 39 says life is a solo fight. Now, you know a and an are used with nouns and solo is talking about which fight. So the answer is going to be adjective. Now, question number 38 for the next generation of interior architects and design graduates, work opportunities are immense. Now, work opportunities, what kind of opportunities? So the answer is going to be noun. Rakesh is too old to run fast. How old is he? So again, it becomes an intensifier. So the answer is going to be part C. Sit down and rest a while. Since we are using it with the word a, now this becomes a noun. So this is one area where you have to pay a little bit of attention. Let's move on further. Now, if you look at the close composition, it was very simple and I'm sure most of you would have been able to do it. Now, preposition and determinals, like I keep on repeating in the class, are used with respect to and the most important topic that is there as far as your paper is concerned. So he succeeded by dint of perseverance and hard work. And this was a question which I did again and again and which also came in many of our mock tests. Due to his illness, he could not finish the work on time and not by, for, and upon. Now, there is no meaning in what you say. These are good rules since we are talking about live by. So the answer is going to be 2. So now these were also quite clear if you had attended all the classes with respect to prepositions and determinals. Now, if we move on further, fill in the blanks. Honesty is, these were also quite clear questions and were able to do it further. Synonyms again, like antonyms, were quite simple in nature and we were able to talk about them very clearly and many of these words were already done in our class. Now, if you automatically look at the options, you will get the answer like question number 72 of set B. Autumn is rather a dry season. Now, since we are talking about synonyms, humid, rainy, moist, all are synonyms. So the answer would be automatically arid. Now, if we move further, spotting errors, I think, was quite simple enough if everybody had done it on time. Everything is going well. We didn't have any problem. Like I've told you to look at the spotting errors from left to right. Now, the word here is, and since it is in the present tense, we cannot have the word didn't. So the option is going to be B part. Lavanya hasn't gone to work yesterday. Question number 82, which says yesterday. And since yesterday cannot be used with hasn't, so error is in part A. Now, question number 83. Look, the boys over there wears the same sweater as you. Now, if you look at the word wears, it is talking about a simple present tense, which is in routine action. So the error has to be here in part B. It begins to turn dark. Shall I switch on the light? Again, like question number 83, this is not about a routine action. It is about a particular action. So error is in part A. Raman and Mitali have been married for 20 years. Now, we obviously know that we use present perfect, perfect tenses or perfect continuous when we are using for and since. So this answer has no error as such. I have played basketball for the past 3 hours. Now, if I look at the sentence, I know that this has been going on. So the answer has to be in part B, and the answer has to be have been playing. Question number 87, it says Jamila had a book in front of her, but she didn't read it. Now here it is perfectly all right because had is being used with didn't. So the answer is going to be no error. If I go to the next sentence, when she heard the news, she hasn't been very pleased. Now the word is in past tense, so we cannot use hasn't. So the answer is in part B. If I go to 89, where are you coming from? Are you an American? Now, coming, you know, is used for continuous. So the answer should be, where do you come from? Are you an American? Because it is asking about your native place. I went to Canada a few years ago for a holiday. On the first pretext, this sentence looks perfectly all right. But if you go, you are not using for, you're using for time. So on a holiday. So the answer would be, I went to Canada a few years ago on a holiday. Now, these are the sentences, ordering of words in a sentences, and quite clearly enough, you would be able to understand it. Completion of sentences, if you have learned grammar rules very correctly, you would be able to do it. I asked 2 people the way to the station, but neither of them could help me because we are talking about 2 people. The room was very warm because the AC was set to moderate temperature, though the AC was set to very cold. So it's not possible because otherwise the room would not have been warm. Since the AC was not very warm in its temperature setting, not possible. If the AC was in a very low temperature setting, again not possible. So answer would be option A. We could leave today or we could leave tomorrow. Then you are leaving the choice to the other person. So the answer would be depending on what you prefer. Mohan and I couldn't get into the house because neither of us had the keys. We cannot use both with not. So the answer would not be B, C, or D. There are many good hotels. You can choose to stay in any one of them. The bus service is very good. There is a bus every 10 minutes. We live near a busy airport. The planes do not fly near our house is not possible. By our house is by the side. Around our house is also not possible. So it has to be up in the sky. So the answer has to be C. Dan was very quiet. He didn't say a word the entire evening. So answer is going to be B. I don't like stories that have unhappy endings. So the answer is C. Not everything what happened was my fault. So again, the answer is C. Passage was very simple, and even if you've not read the passage, like question number 114, what is the antonym of the word erudite? Erudite, qualified, logical, and learned. And this word, I did it again and again in the class. So the answer is ill-educated. So on the whole, if I talk about the paper should have been done excellently well with all those who attended the classes. Please do give me your feedback after looking at this and after checking your answer key from the site. Thank you and have a great day.